Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show how I straighten my hair using the Dyson Airwrap. I'm going to use this smoothing attachment. So first of all, when my hair is soaking wet, I like to dampen it first. I don't want to remove a lot of water. Maybe I'll keep it wet up to 50% because the more curly and the more frizzy hair you have, the more moisture you need to have. If you have straight wavy hair, you can remove more water. It will get frizzy if I dry it a lot and then blow dry. So I'm just gonna roughly dry a bit just to remove that excess soaking water, not much. That's it. It's still wet but not एकदम से wet also that it's dripping. As you saw while drying it, I was also combing it so that it doesn't fly all over the place and cause frizz. Now I'm going to apply this blow dry cream. You can use any blow dry cream which you have and which works for you. This is what I've been using recently. This is the Marc Anthony Frizz silicone free. Now the reason why I didn't apply before roughly drying my hair is because what I have noticed is when we are styling our hair curly, like naturally curly, and if we apply products like leave-in conditioners or soaking wet hair, it looks more defined and frizz free. But when you're straightening and you're manipulating your hair to remain straight, it kind of works the opposite. The more dry your hair is while applying product, the more frizz free it will look. That's what I've noticed. Might work differently for each person. I apply about this much on half of my hair, mostly concentrating on the ends. I'm also applying near the roots, not on the roots, not on the scalp, but on my entire hair because this area gets really frizzy and this Dyson is not able to smoothen it out completely. So we want to take help of some product, and we always want to take help of some product whenever we are manipulating our hair to do something else. Like my hair is curly, so if you have curly hair, frizzy hair, and you want it to look sleek and smooth, you might want to take help of some product like smoothing product or some creamy product. This is like a creamy product. So what will happen is we won't have to depend on heat as much because the product also will help in the way of straightening. So same thing goes for those of you with straight hair, like those of you with silky straight hair. So it's very difficult for them to hold curls because you don't have the texture in your hair. Curly hair has the texture, that's why curls hold better. But if you have silky smooth hair, curls won't last longer, it will soon drop. So those people should use some kind of texturizing product. There are texturizing sprays available which will add a texture in your hair and which will hold the curls better. So whenever we want our hair to do something else which it naturally doesn't do, we want to take help of some product. So I've applied it all over my hair. If you don't know what kind of product to use before blow drying, like if you have curly hair and if you're looking for smoothing, look for something which says blow dry cream or keratin smoothing, or which says frizz free, controls frizz, controls humidity, like blocks humidity. Like such products is what you want to look for. Now again, I'm gonna comb my hair so that the product is evenly distributed. I'm using a white tooth comb. Even this is by Dyson. I had got it for free. And sectioning can really help if you really want that smooth hair and if you really want to focus on each hair strand. Sectioning is really important. So I'm just gonna tie a clip on this side because first I'll finish this side, and I kind of twisted it like this so that it doesn't dry out by the time I finish this side. And if your hair starts getting dry, just dampen it because if you blow dry it on dry hair, it will look frizzy and you will end up using a lot more heat than needed. And just gonna section it in two halves, and I use the highest speed and highest heat because yeah, that works the best. And I'm not going to talk while I blow dry, but I'll just show first what will I do. So I will take this and I will keep it here for a little longer because roots are difficult to really smoothen out. And this comb is very white tooth. It doesn't get the roots well. It doesn't hold it properly. Maybe if it had more teeth, it might have worked better. This brush which comes, it really holds the roots better. So I'm just going to comb it through, and while combing it through I will hold this so that it's smoothened, right? So that the tension is created, because this will not give tension on its own. When you're blow drying it with a traditional blow dryer, you're giving your hair tension by pulling it with the ceramic brush, but with this you might want to use your hand to really give that tension and really smoothen it out. So this was with one pass. It's not 100% dry yet, but it's difficult to get the ends perfectly straight with this because again there's no tension while you do this. But that's fine. I don't really mind it. I don't want ekdam se straight ends anyway. So my first pass is always from bottom so that the bottom hair is dried. My next pass I will do on top, because if you do from here it might give more volume, because you're holding your hair like this and the air is going that way, so it gives more volume. But I'm looking for a sleek finish, so first I will do this because I need to dry that area, and then I will do this so that it really smoothens out and this moves. Okay, so if you do this, the air is going to flow in this direction. If you move it there, it's going to flow in that direction. So when you're doing this, make sure it's facing downwards, this direction, because if the air is going upwards and you're brushing it downwards, it's just gonna create frizz because the air will flow on the opposite way. You need to continue doing it till your hair is 100% dry, and I do it multiple times because I really want that sleek look. If you don't have that much frizz and if you have straight wavy hair, you might not need to do it that many times, but if you have curls, you might want to go many times. And in the end, it's important that you run the brush once with cool shot. So I'm just going to reduce the temperature to the coolest so that it will blow cool air, because you need to set your hair, because if it still remains hot, it's gonna get manipulated. It's gonna try going here and there, and that will be set and will look frizzy. So I'll just do one rough pass with the cool air. This is how it looks like. As you can see, it's not ekdam se straight, but it's blow dry straight. And once it's done, I like to twist it because this helps with frizz. I don't want it to just stay and fly all over the place. Tight here. So I hope you have understood what I do. I'm just gonna do the same step on the rest of my hair. And also I forgot to mention one more thing. As I talked about product, right, applying a leave-in product, it's also important to prep your hair before that. So whenever you're washing, make sure to use deep conditioning products. Use a deep conditioner preferably, because it's really gonna smoothen your hair out and make it soft, and the blow dry process is going to be easier. If you don't apply any conditioner, your hair will feel dry. So yeah, use preferably a sulfate free shampoo. If you're using a sulfate shampoo, that's fine, but make sure that shampoo has some kind of smoothing, moisturizing properties so that your hair doesn't feel dry. And also make sure not to add too much product, because you don't want to weigh your hair down and it's going to be difficult blow drying that way. Just apply the enough product so that your hair has that weight. Again, I'm gonna twist and tie it. I don't want it to get frizzy. And also one more tip I like to give: whenever your one section is done blow drying, don't keep the rest of your wet or damp hair on top of that. If that water touches your blow dried hair, it's gonna get frizzy. If you're enjoying the video so far and if you're finding it helpful, please subscribe, please, because it's completely free to you, but helps me so much. And also one more tip I remembered: so when you're taking sections now, it's fine if you take bigger sections. You don't have to take ekdam se small, just like you have to with the round barrels, but it's fine if you take this much section, but make sure it's not combined. Meaning, for example, this is your entire hair, so don't take section like this. Take it from top so that the hair is distributed all over it and not just in one space, to really get that smooth look. So now this section is also done, and what I like to do is, just to be sure if I have missed any hair or something, I'll just comb it entirely roughly. Same for this section. As you can see, because of twisting it, it even gave nice waves. I love that, especially over here now, like back side. So you know, little curls like kinks can be seen. So I like to brush it over again there. And even here, like this side gets really curly fast. So I like to do this. It's really difficult to get the roots with this. I like to use this for the front section. So I just take about this much hair. Even though it's dry, it still gives nice volume here. Kind of rolled it like this and smoothened it out. So it gave a nice, this volume here. I just roughly part my hair now, and especially over here, like as you saw, like a lot of baby hairs which are difficult to get straightened with this attachment. So I also like to do this. Finally, and it can make a huge difference, I like to apply argan oil or any argan oil based serum or any serum. Just take tiniest drop, see, ekdam tiny, you can't even see, and spread it on my palms and roughly apply. First applying on the ends, ekdam roughly, ekdam. If you touch it, then that will have the most oil and might look greasy. Roughly run through my hair, and whatever is left on my hands also apply on the root area and the ends. It's not able to get it straight completely, and my hair, the ends are very difficult to straighten, and that's fine. Still looks nice. It looks like I've done it on purpose, and I don't really mind it as long as it doesn't look frizzy. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So you might be wondering how long it lasts. Now it lasts for a few hours. Okay, the ends, they look nice. I mean, I really don't have any problem with my ends looking frizzy. They rarely look frizzy. They either look nice smooth or curly, which is also smooth. So really don't have problem with my ends. But this area starts to get a little poofy because Dyson Airwrap doesn't use as much heat and tension which curly hair requires. So this starts getting a little poofy. But if I use my straightener and just roughly run it through few pieces, I won't have that problem. I used to use it with my traditional blow dryer also. I would just take random pieces and on top, like roughly upar se, I would run my straightener, like not completely straighten, but yeah, that really helps. And most of the people with curly hair who blow dry their hair straight do that, because it's really difficult to completely smoothen your hair out and really make it last without using a straightener. Very few people are able to do that, but not a lot of people, and that's fine. That happens even with a traditional blow dryer. And I know a lot of you wanted to hear my updated review. I have done a review video separately. You can watch it if you're interested. So yeah, I've definitely learned a better way to use it. I mean, as you get a hang of it, it tends to work better for you because you know what works for you and what doesn't. And I'm really happy with the Airwrap. It's really fun to use. The only problem was frizz, but that also is fine. Only here it gets a bit frizzy, but that's fine. And yeah, humidity, I was right about humidity. Like in Goa, my hair would get poofy just after 10 minutes, okay, but here my hair lasts at least for few hours. I'm not saying the humidity in Mumbai is not there at all, it's still there, but compared to Goa, like where I lived, it's much lesser. So I really don't mind this result in the humidity. Like if I go to any area with very less humidity, it will look even better. So yeah, I'm really happy with the result. It looks really nice, soft and bouncy. And if I have to go out and any event or something like that, then I would definitely use my straightener, at least here, like over here, because this tends to poof up. Other things I'm fine with. And yeah, I'm not feeling guilty that I spent so much money, because anyway, like I'm making videos of it, so it's not getting wasted, still using it. But if you're planning to buy it, there are a lot of things to consider, guys. I can't just say if it's worth it or not. Depends on whether you can afford it, what kind of hair you have, because if you have curly hair, I won't say it's really worth it, because we tend to spend more time in smoothing our hair. It doesn't get this areas completely smoothened. You can use the barrels on the ends, that works well, but to smoothen it out, we might spend a little more time. So not sure if it will be that worth it for curly hair. Like if you have straight to wavy hair with little bit of frizz, this is going to be so easy. You can just roughly run through your hair and you can be done, and it's going to be totally worth it for you. But for curly hair, maybe not that worth it, but yeah, I enjoy using it. I mean, I still make it work. But yeah, if you can really afford it, then only it's worth it, I feel. And one more thing I liked about this is that even if this does get poofy tomorrow, I can just run it roughly for like 1 minute or 2 minutes and it still looks good. Like on dry hair only I run through this and it really looks good, so I don't really have to spend a lot of time in again styling it. So I like that. And as it's like a comb kind of attachment, gets really easy to do that. I just run through my hair roughly, like maybe tomorrow or something, and I can maintain maintain my hair throughout the week. And if I use the straightener, then to fine, I won't even have to touch it. It will stay like that for at least a week. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every Wednesday and every Saturday. And if you want a tutorial on this makeup look, it's a no makeup look, very minimal, okay, very skin like. If you're interested, you can watch that as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.